Yes, can we see how many of you are active? Can you please raise your hands? What about others? Out of 46, I am seeing only 25 hands. How did your milestone go? Can you let me know in the chat? Okay, you can raise down your hands. So, good morning, all. So, on the cozy Saturday, almost afternoon. So, today we'll have our session where we'll put everything whatever we have learned so far for building an APIs for one of the app. So you could say social media, uh, which is what we commonly use, right? We can either take Facebook or we can take what say we can take Facebook or Instagram, and let us do the backend engineering for it. Okay, where we'll try to kind of see what APIs will come, what functionalities will come, how can we link our database to our APIs, and get started with. So this session would be again more of like your you know preparatory session what we had, that is how can we make use of the concepts whichever we have learned so far in developing one whole app as a backend. So this session will also be directly helpful for you in your milestone 2, which is coming up in the coming week. Okay, so the milestone 2 would be the longer milestone where you will be given with the week time in order to kind of work on your project. And again we'll have a mini hackathon, a day long hackathon where you would be pitching your solutions for the problem statement we give. Very soonly we'll be kind of letting you know the problem statement, but we have like two more sessions which is left, that is one, developing a clone, the logic clone for our this thing which we will be doing it today. The second is how do we deploy our API. So we have been testing all this in the localhost, right? So how do we kind of deploy this? So that becomes the question. So we will see the deployment of our Node.js code in the Monday class. Okay, this coming week we'll be wrapping up our course where we would be kind of deploying the app or the API whichever we have developed so far to the online cloud. So that would be the wrap up for our course. So to get started with today, what app shall we consider? Can we how to go? How do we do? How do we do this? So what can we take? LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook? You let me know. Okay, which app you want to? Which app shall we develop backend part for? Can you guys let me know in the chat? That would be a quick warm up. So what shall we consider? Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook? Or do you have any specific use case for your Sayadri? We can consider this as well. Quick. let's not waste time, guys. Okay, many of you have opted for Instagram. So I think let's get started with this Instagram. Okay. So now, as we have idea on this, so let me consider the Instagram as a app. So let us now see what and all we need for Instagram. So what and all do you think we need for an Instagram? Starting, we need to kind of handle login feature, right? Features. Let us take a features of Instagram. Can you list some features of Instagram? What we need? Can you tell me some of the features of Instagram? User profile creation or update part. Yes. Then yes. Create post. Create stories. Amazing. Then post feed we need. Then messages. Yes. So this create post can be of you know all your posts, reel, and story. Save post feature, amazing. Amazing. Search profile. Follow a request. Good, good, good. Then uh, likes, like, comments, and share. Okay. Tag. Yeah, the tag is not directly the feature actually. It's just getting the user profiles. That's it. So yeah. Any others? Any other thing? Block user, report user. Amazing. Log out. Then deactivate. Okay. So we have 14 here. 14 features over here, right? So how now let us categorize all these features as user features, authentication, user profile, then messages and posts. So can you tell me what and all will come under authentication here? What and all we can add under authentication? No, the features. From this list of features, what and all can we add under authentication? Firstly, that is user login and sign up, that is create account. Logout, logout and deactivate. No, only two. That's it, right? So user login and user logout. Under user profile, what and all can we do? Create profile, user profile, user profile. Under post, we can add create post. Settings, yes, but settings is not in the scope for us. But in this, what and all can I add under user profile? I can add search user profile, block user, report user, deactivate profile. Yes, yes. So all these are under our authentication. Under messages, it is like get the chat list message. It is simple. And here under user profile, we can also add follow user logic. And under post, it is like create post, get posts. Okay, this is all your reels, post and stories. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So log out, deactivate is over here, block user, like, comment, share. Yes, this can also be under post. Like, comment, share, follow request, search profile, save post. Save post will add under user, because like user can create a post. Okay, all good, right? So it's very important for us to categorize now. And for your reference, I'm just sharing this in your chat. So now that I told you, so can you guess why did we do this? Why did we segregate this? Why do you think we segregated our features over here? Both the reasons are valid. Okay, mainly this gives us the clarity that how do we structure our backend data wise, that is how do we store our data. Okay, and second, it will also help us prioritize the phases where which one should I prioritize more, and which one should I prioritize later. So this is the reason why we will be needing to categorize it. And the tech stack for this would be as usual Node.js, okay? Node.js for your APIs. Backend database, what do we use? Shall we use MongoDB for this? Have you tried MongoDB before? So we'll use MongoDB at end in order to kind of link our data. Okay, so backend is our database, APIs is our Node.js. May I know someone's microphone is on? Can you please? Okay, okay, good. Okay, good. So now right, so let us start with our authentication feature. Okay, so let us start with our authentication feature, where what we'll do as usual, first let's get started with uh please start parallel coding. Okay, this session is nothing special. We are just developing the whole app in 3 hours. So already kind of 30 minutes has been up, so it's 11 a.m. So in next 1 hour, let us try to get as many features as we can, one by one. Okay, firstly I'll run npm init. Okay, so npm init, I'm giving my package name as Instagram backend version 1, description skill lab clone for Instagram APIs, entry point index.js, yes, test I don't need, git repository will update it later, keywords you can say Instagram APIs backend, and author you can give your name, license let that be default, and this is my main details which has been kind of created as a package. And now once I click on yes, so you can see over here, so now I can get started with. Okay, firstly can you tell me what is the basic package we need again? we need we need npm install express, that's it. Npm install express. So basic setup, const express. So so we will be accepting the user data in the body, so we need a JSON parser. So I'll give app.use express.json. Now let us get started with user authentication. Okay, so user authentication, we need to implement this user login or create account. So now let us say uh, before we integrate our backend, right, we'll get started with implementing the dummy data. So where we need two APIs, right? So one is login API, the second is create account API. So can you first tell me what type of API is this? Is this a get or a post API? what type of API should we make this login API as? Is it a get or post? Login. So for login, user will be giving us email and password. Okay. User will be sending us email and password, and we need to validate with our database and we need to send the result. Is it get or post? What happens if we send password in get API? We can't make this as get API because our password would be leaked in the API, and that would be the the password will be visible in the URL, and this would be really bad. So that's the reason the login API will also be post, and even the create account API will also be a post. And what we'll do in MongoDB, let us say all the arrays we create would later move to be a MongoDB data collection. Okay. So what I'll do first, I'll create an array called as users. Okay. So let this users array be there where we'll have their profile over here. Okay. In login, what I'll do, I'll just say app.post, and you can say user.auth.login. Can you see over here? What is the endpoint over here? Can you tell me what is the endpoint over here? I'm categorizing the API according to my features. Okay. So you can also, we can cut short it as a auth feature. In auth feature, this is a login API. Okay. This is the auth feature and this is my login API. And here I have my request and here I have my response. Got it? So this is how we can have it. And what you can do is you can get the email. Okay. Request dot body dot email, and also password request dot body dot password. So now we have our user input, and what we need to do is we need to send the result. So what we need to do, we need to check if email is present in the user array. Okay. Then if yes, check the password and validate. Now, can you tell me how do we validate the email? How can we validate the valid email? What should be there if we say this email is a valid email? What is the valid email format? Quick. What do we call if we say that this is a valid email format? Email shouldn't be same. Yes, we'll handle that in a create account. I'm just asking for an email format. Email format. So if you take a email, there is a one main reason email validation, that is email should contain at the rate. Okay. And second, email should contain dot. Okay. If two is present, then we say the email is a in a valid format. Okay. So it can end with either gmail.com, google.com, whatever it is. So dot and at the rate is the valid one. So what I'll do, I'll first check if email dot if email dot contains at the rate. Okay. So if the user email doesn't contain this at the rate, or if the email dot contains dot, then we return the response saying that code 300 message invalid email. Okay. This is how you will sharpen your backend skills, where you will add as many boundary conditions you want. Once if this is done, then again we'll check. Now can you tell me what are the some conditions for the password? For password. Amazing, Praneeth. We can do that. If we can have an array of domains, then we can check that as well. Can you let me know in short what can be the validation condition for our password? Password should be at least of 8 length character, isn't it? Then let us consider this one condition for now. So I can also check if password dot length is less than 8. I'll return saying it as weak password or invalid password. And now is what we'll check. Okay. So we'll use the filter method. Okay. We'll use the filter method, or check if the email is present in the user. So here we will have, let's say, the sample user object would be of like this. Okay, email akshay@gmail.com. Password is like akshay at bit or something like that. Then name is Akshay Kumar U, and then we profile picture, then bio, whatever it is. Okay, we can say we can create it over here. Okay, so now I need to just check in my array saying if my users dot, okay, I need to first see if my array contains this user. Okay, so this is very much important. So for us, what we'll do, I'll say find index. Okay, so or let us say we'll find, and in this what we'll do is I'll take user. If user dot email is equal to email, once all this validation is been done, But I should not include this. So this user will return me the array where it returns the value of the first element in the array where predicate is true, or else this will return me an undefined. Okay, if user is present, then it will return me the user data, or else not. I just need to check again. If user is equal to undefined, then you will return 404 user not found. 404 user not found. And else, if user dot password is equal to the password, then you will just return success. We made it so complicated. This almost now can't be, you know, surpassed, where we are checking if the email is valid, then we are checking if the password is valid, then we are checking if the user dot find user, like if the email is present, or if the password is matching. Then only right after, when the password is matching, is only when we are asking user, saying that you are logged in. So let us test this basic API. Okay, so let us test this basic API. So I will say app.listen 1 2 3 4 Instagram started. So node index.js, Instagram backend has been started. Let me open up a Postman collection for you. So here post request is there. Okay, it is localhost 1234 for us. And what are we taking as an input over here? It is user email and password, and the endpoint is auth dot login. Body, let me pass the email and password. So first I'll pass invalid email. Okay, I'll pass invalid email. Akshay Gmail, then pass. The moment you click on send, okay, it is email dot includes, I think. Wait. You can see over here, we have got our output. Invalid email. Okay. If I just pass this also, it is invalid email, but only when I pass this Akshay dot this thing, my email got validated, but my password is not validated. Password at 1 2 3, and you can see over here. Can you guess why it is still stuck in this send request? Why hasn't it not returned us a response yet? Why? Let us debug this. Let me console.log user object. E- The reason is we are not handling the invalid password case. Yes, the reason was rest.send has not been handled by the our API. So this was one loophole. Now our logic should work. So if you give this invalid password, okay, if you give invalid email, then user not found, then the password for me was Akshay at BIT, right? So it is Akshay at BIT. Logged in successfully. Any doubt? Any doubt in this? One single API. Can you guess how many validations have we added? Valid and invalid email, valid and invalid password, valid and invalid user. Okay, we have handled like 6 cases for our login API. Any doubt in the login functionality? Guys, any doubt in the login functionality? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What's the what's the use case of our chat GPT so far? Out of 14 features, let us see at what time we'll start relying on the chat gpt. Okay, so I have something for you on the chat gpt as well. Okay, why chuck the login and email in login API? Shouldn't chucking in sign up though? Actually, Tarun, the validation has to be kind of done at both while sign up and while login also, because even the email validation has to be done, because there will be users who would be directly trying to log in without signing up. That's the reason. Okay, okay, now very quickly open your Instagram profile and tell me what and all data are you seeing over there. If I open Instagram my user profile, what and all data are you seeing there for the user? Open your Instagram profile and you tell me now. Okay, open your Instagram and you tell me what and all user details we need over there. Quick, quick. I know many of you are on Instagram already. Just tell me, open your user profile and you tell me what and all details we need to collect while creating user account. User profile. So for this, we need username, display name, amazing, follower count, following count, bio, highlights, posts. That's it, right? So for while create account, what and all details do we need? It is very simple. Email, password, confirm password. So let me quickly finish this. the sign up feature. Okay, so let me quickly finish this sign up feature. It is request dot request dot body dot. So I'll just get the email validation from here. And I'll just check if password and confirm password is same. And if everything is proper, I'll just create user object, and I'll say users dot push, and then I need to just say 200, saying user account created, try logging in. That's it. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in create account API? Any doubt in the create account API? Shall we test our create account API now? So let me just quit this. And instead of auth.login, so I'll have auth.signup. Email. There is one problem here, okay? One case we are missing right now. Can you guess what? We have handled all the conditions, but one condition is being not checked. Can you guess what? One condition is not being checked. So invalid email, passwords not matching, user account created. I am getting this. Again, if I click on send, again I am getting user account created. Can you guess what is happening over here? Should this be allowed? Once the user account is being created, should user be allowed to create account multiple times? Can you guess why are we doing? Why is it happening so? How can we stop this? What condition should we add? Exactly. So we are not adding the condition to see if users dot find user dot email equal to the email, if it is not undefined, then we need to say, we need to not allow saying user account already exists, try logging in. Okay, only if user account is not there, only then we need to actually create our account. Let us fix this. Now if I run this, user account already exists, try again. If I say akshay1 at gmail.com, user account created, try login in, user account already exists, try logging out. Sorry, try logging in. So it is only 200, it is success only once. Rest of the case, it is not success. Are we good so far? Are we good so far, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Can you all quickly raise your hands? How many of you are there in the meeting? Praneeth, raise your hands. Come on, come on. Amazing, amazing. Cool. Can you tell me which API shall we implement next? Any doubt on this so far? Let me share this API for your reference in your group. What's the ChatGPT use case for us so far? It's zero, okay? And we have complete control over the backend what we have developed. Okay, now that we have started, can I mark this as done? Can I mark this two APIs done? User login is created. User login is marked as done. Create account is being marked as done. Now, what I'll do, we'll start working on our create profile and search user profile. Okay. So we'll see create user profile, search user profile, and we'll quickly next move on to the post. Then we'll come back to all this block user, report user, etc. Okay. So now tell me one thing. Should there be a different array for login check and different array for user profile, or both can be in the same? What do you say? Like, what do you prefer? Two separate arrays for passwords and user profile, two separate array for only in a single array we store all the details. It's like in the same array I store email and password and all other my details, or should we use a different array in order to save the user profiles? What do you think? Which one should we do? Which one do you think is the best approach? Storing all the user details in the same array, or storing all the details in one array and only storing the passwords in separate array? Guys, do you hibernate by any chance? Like, why you people won't talk? Should I store like this, or should I store like this? Which one do you think is the better approach? Should there be a single array, or should there be a two different arrays? Come on, quick. Why do you think we need separate array? Readability is one reason. Then is there any other reason why we need to have a separate array? The reason is not readability. Come on, guys. 47 of you are here. A basic answer I'm expecting. No, it's not related to the posts also. It's not related to posts, Tarun. Um, no, it's not related to easy access. Uh, you are close, Tarun. Segregation of data is close, but uh, you are close. Yeah, you just need to complete that statement. So what happens in our users if we have a single array, right? It is easy for a hacker to get the password. So the privacy and security is least over here. So along with the profile, the hacker gets access to my password. That should not be the case. That's the reason we need to handle very securely the password, only accessible to the auth, and user profile can be fetched by anyone. Okay. So that's the reason what we'll do. We'll need to kind of handle the separate array. Okay, so in this case what you need to do is in our login you will just check user auth instead of users. So even in sign up, what you will do, you will say you will instead of this users, you will just create and push your data to the user auth. So this should separate our data and backend for us. So let us try this. Okay. So if I say this user auth, and now if we kind of run this, and this is how we iteratively kind of develop and validate. Okay. When I say akshay@gmail.com, account user account created, try logging in, account already exists. And if I come over here, akshay@gmail.com and password at 123, you can see. So user cannot do the invalid login. Okay. So our sign up and this thing is fine. Then we can start handling our user profile. So now what we can do is, now let us create account user profile. So user dot profile. Now it is very simple, same as above. What you need is you just need to kind of get all these responses from the user and add it up. That's it. So let me just say email. Let the user send from backend for us. Okay. Email would be our key identifier over here. Email. Then there is another way of doing this. Okay, instead of adding request dot body, we can directly add something like this, where automatically we can destruct our body like this, where we can just say email key, name, username, display name, follower count. Okay, following count, bio, highlights, and posts if any. So and then you can say const profile equal to, then you will just update this email, name, username, display name, follower count, following count, bio, highlights, and posts. Let's the data start coming from our backend for us. Okay. So then what you will do, what condition we need to add over here? Can you tell me what condition should I do? There has to be a condition here for us now. What condition should I check over here? If user profiles dot find profile dot email if this is undefined, then this is new user profile. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just say user profiles dot push. Or else what we need to do is we need to find the index and we need to update it. Okay. Or else what I need to do, const index user profiles dot I'm just taking email as the main condition over here, and you will just say user profiles dot index. That's it. And you will just say response dot json code 200 message new profile created, or else we can just say user profile updated. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? The validations has been not been added, so you add the validation like above. Okay. So let us test this now. Let me test this. And now instead of this, I will be just using user dot profile. So email, I'll use my email only. Okay. akshay@gmail.com. Name Akshay Kumar U. Username akshay.kumar. Then display name I'll just say Akshay. Follower count I'll just give 0. following count, I'll just give 0. Bio, my life, my rules, nothing much. Okay. So if I click on send, user profile updated. It is showing me user profile updated because you can see over here my email is already present. So any doubt on this? Any doubt on this API? So now as we have this, so let me do one thing. I'll just remove this. Let me just show you the get feature as well for this. Okay. So instead of this post, so we can also have get user profile where app.get slash user slash profile, and we have this right request dot response. Then what I can do is I can just see const email equal to request dot params dot id, and I just need to kind of say user profiles the dot find user dot email equal to email. So let us see this. Instagram backend started. So what do you do? New profile created. And if I do this, uh, cannot get user. Why? Why? What's the error here? Okay, let me just change request dot query dot id. Let us stop this. Mm. You can see there is no user profile yet. And the moment I click on new profile created, and again if I click on this, you can get my data over here. Let us say now I'll update. Okay, I'll update my follower count to 100 and my following count to 1000. And if I click on send, user profile updated over here, and okay, new profile created. What happens if I change this to 10,000 over here? User profile updated. You can see over here there is a bug. So I mean the user profile update is not happening successfully. So there is a bug over here. So the reason for this, we need to debug now. Okay, the reason for this, we need to debug now. So we get a profile over here. We are finding users dot push, and is I think there is some user profile updated. So Let us see what does this index return to us. There is some issue here. Profile.email. So it is akshay@gmail.com. Akshay@gmail.com. User profiles. Let us say this. New profile created. User profile updated. Index 0. And here, when I say ID as akshay@gmail.com, why is this not returning? So we need to see here. Get user profile dot find. What am I getting as an ID over here? So console.log email. Email is coming as akshay@gmail.com. My bad. The reason is user profiles of index. This has to be a profile, but we were updating the wrong data. See, like this issues happen, so that we need to carefully see what are we updating in an array. Okay, so new profile created, and I'll say follower count as 10,000. New user profile updated, and now I'm getting the updated data. Even if you change anything also, you can see over here. Any doubt, guys, on the user profile part? Any doubt on getting the user profile? Any doubt? So we create user. Okay, so create user is done, and also get user profile is also done. So you can take a 5 minutes break, and post that we'll start working on create post. Okay, then deactivate profile, and we'll try to link it with MongoDB, and we'll see if time permits. Then we'll see search and follow APIs. So you can take a 5 minutes break, and you can come back. It is like 11:59. We'll start at 12:05. Okay, so you can we'll start at 12:10. So 10 minutes break. So until then, the screen would be here. If you want, you can you know take a reference of it, whatever we have done so far. Shall we start, guys? Okay. So sorry, there was a network issue from my end. Yes. So now as we have done with the user profile, right? So let me just implement uh, let me just create the API for creating the post, okay? And get the post, and we can see how do we update likes, comments, or share. So now tell me, once this is done, we'll link all this to the MongoDB and we can start working on the other things, okay? So now tell me, for posts, do we have a separate array for like this? Do you want to have something like this? Reels. I think stories and post we can have. Okay, stories and post we can have, and then what we'll do now? What we can do is I can just say app dot post, same app dot post, where this could be like this. Feed dot post will help us create the post. Feed dot story will help us create the story. Then app dot get posts, we can retrieve the post, and app dot get stories, we can get the stories. Now tell me, what and all details do we need for post? Can you tell me what and all do we need for post? Email, obviously, who posted it. Then what can we do? Post name, then photos, we can share the photos URL. Then yes, music, good, music. Then location, very good. Then comment on or off. Yes, is comment allowed. Very good. Then Tag, yes. Caption, amazing. I think post name, there is nothing called as post name. We can consider this as a caption. So let us have this, okay? Let us have this. So then what we'll do, we'll just create a post. So who posted this? Email. What's the caption of the post? Caption. And we'll also send the type, okay? What type of is this? Is this a normal post or a reel? Okay. Post type. Very good. So I can just consider this as media. Okay. This media can be array of photos or a reel, both. Music to be played, location, yes. Is comment allowed? Tags, amazing. Then post type. Post type. So here we just need to check. Okay, should we create? We need to generate a unique post ID for this. Okay, we need to generate a unique post ID for this. Can you guess why? Yes. Uh, I'll just take for now. I'll just generate date dot now as the unique post ID. This would be our post ID. That's it. And you just need to correct posts dot push, post dot push post. Okay. So and let us also pass update type. Okay. So if update type is new, then we'll create this. If update, if update type is new, then we'll create a post. Or else what we need to do is we need to update the details. That's it. That is, we need to do const index equal to post dot find post dot id equal to post id equal to this post id, and post dot index equal to post. So can you try this? Can you try this, please? And we need to send the response. Okay, so update type need not include in post. Yes, update type we are not including in post. It is just for us to identify whether should we update the should we update the existing post, like if anyone has liked, anyone has commented, should we do that or we create a new post? It's that. Okay, you can also we can also pass, we can also get the like count, okay, and comment count, something like that. Okay, all these things would be like a update for us. So it's totally up to you. Understood? Understood? Any doubt? So we'll just say response dot json, response.json code is 200. Message could be like message published successfully, that is like post published successfully. And here it's just the formal saying that as post updated successfully. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt on this? So now this will help us, you know, create and send the post for us. This is for post dot, this is for post. The same logic goes for story. The same logic goes for gets and stories. Okay, so I'll just copy the same logic and I'll just replace it for here. So I'll say story. And can you tell me one thing? Okay, thank you for the correction. So the here in story we don't have post id, we say it as like story id. Email, like count, yeah, you can leave Surya. So we don't have anything called as caption. Yes, we have media, we have music, we have location. And tags, post type is not needed, and update type is same. So instead of post, we do we call it as story id. Okay, we create a story where yeah, so this email, we don't need caption, we don't need media, we need music. Music, location is comment allowed, tags is not needed, and post type doesn't matter for us, like and count. So it is like story id, email, like count, location. We need media for this because user can upload video or this thing, right? So I'm created, yeah. And here you will say stories dot push story, and here you will say stories dot find story id, story dot find the story ID, and you will just update stories. Post update, story updated successfully. And I need to update here as well. This is post ID. So we can test all this data. Okay. I can show you with this, and then we can quickly jump next 1 hour basically for our MongoDB post. So that is feed dot post. Our endpoint is feed dot post. Okay. The body, what we'll do is I'll just use this email like count. Are you getting bored, guys? Uh, I mean, so far it's been like only one way uh, session. Even on chat, you people are not interacting so much. But trust me, this is how we in a company actually kind of iterate our solution. Okay, this mean to be more on a code. It's like a boring session, I agree, but you should understand how we are iterating our solution one step at a time. So can you tell me the post ID, let it be empty for me. Okay. Email, I'll just give my akshay@gmail.com. Like count will be 0. Caption, Mangalore Diaries. Media, let me just quickly get some good Mangalore beach photo. And music, you can add from your Spotify. Location, Mangaluru. Is comment allowed? Yes, absolutely. Tags, you can add it as like this. Hashtag Mangalore, hashtag beach, whatever you want. Post type is post. Update type, I'll give it as new. Update type, I will give it as new. And if I click on this, cannot post feed. The reason is app.post. Okay, sorry. Post published successful. Are you seeing this? The post published successfully is what we are getting. That means that we are able to kind of post the activity. Post is successful. So very similarly, what I'll do, I'll just help you return response dot send posts post. Okay, will let me just do this. User, let a user not send me any data. That is fine for us. So let us close this. Okay. So feed dot post published successfully. Then I can also cannot get posts because it is posts. You can see over here. Post ID is this. Okay. Post ID is this. I have got my data created. And let me also update it. Update type, I'll give it as update. Like count, let me give it as 100. Post updated successfully. And no, The content is not been updated, so we need to debug this. So the reason is post dot okay, okay. We need to send the post ID. We need to send the post ID here. Post updated successfully and likes updated successfully. Any doubt on this? Any doubt on this? So if you know how to add a post, very similarly, we can also update the story as well. Can you give thumbs up if we can get started with MongoDB now? How are you feeling so far? Uh, Whatever we did so far, can you give me a quick feedback on that? Kaushik, may I know what's been bothering you? Why sad reaction? Okay, cool. So now what we'll do, we will replace our arrays with actual backend connection. Okay, we'll replace our array with actual backend connection because now it's time for us to start working on our MongoDB. So in order to do that, so what we'll do, we'll just create a MongoDB account. Okay. So we please sign in. Let us configure our MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB is a NoSQL database. we'll just take the free version. Okay, so you just take the free version and you just give it as like Instagram. I'm just giving it as Instagram, and you just click on create deployment. So let us create our database. So once the database is done, now you can see over here. So this is my username and this is my password, which I need to keep on, we need to remember. And what is this? Okay, username. And we have the resource over here. How do we get started with this Node.js? So this document will help us, install the dependency which is required by the MongoDB to run on our backend, and we need to kind of follow this up. Okay, so firstly what we need to do, we need to install a uh, MongoDB in our Node.js folder, and then we need to kind of connect to the MongoDB, where we will be using our MongoDB password and user, and then we'll be getting connected towards this. So this is very very important, and we have series of requests which kind of helps us get connected and start working towards it. So firstly what we'll do, let us set up a database. Let us set up a database here. So this deploying has to be kind of be completed. So in the meantime, let us quickly configure our npm packages. Okay, so what we'll do, open your new terminal and install npm install mongoose. So once this is done, you need to import mongoose, the driver which is important for our MongoDB connection. Okay, so then what we'll do, we'll just connect to the database first. So I'll say mongoose dot connect, and here we have to give our DB URL. Okay, and as a callback, what we need to also pass what we need to also pass as some configurations, that is called as use new URL parser, and this, and then we have to wait for the callback. And if then you can just say console.log connected successfully, or else catch will help us debug the error, saying console.error. You can say this as MongoDB error. Okay, so where do we get this MongoDB URL? I'll just show it to you. Okay, so let us wait until this is being kind of done. So I have selected And once you click on this create once you get on this get connection string, right? So I'm giving my username as Akshay, password as admin at 123, and just click on this. And this is our driver npm install mongoose we have done, and our connection string is this. Okay, our connection string is this. So let me quickly configure this. So DB username is Akshay. DB password is, the DB password was Akshay and admin at 123. So done. So it is admin at 123. And let us try to get connected with this and see if we are able to connect. So you can see over here the error what we have got is 123 is already in use. So MongoDB error, MongoDB not found. So we have error here. Let me let me debug this 1 minute. Okay, my bad. Akshay, admin at 123. Yes, choose connection string. Done. Okay, connect. So let me now try once again. MongoDB error. What is this? Let me first see if I can connect in Compose. Okay. Yes. So now our we have the access to this. So this is my hosts. Okay. So I need to kind of first try with this. databases. Let me create a database name called as Instagram and collection name as uh, user. Okay. Instagram is now created, and now I need to kind of try connecting to this. Valid scheme connection string starts with MongoDB. Uh, okay. So yeah, so we are now connected. So MongoDB driver warning has no effect. That's fine. Then let us remove this. So and now what we need to do is we need to create our schema. Okay. So what was the user profile schema for us? So the user profile schema for us was this, right? So let me just create this schema and let me add it over here. So I'll just say const MongoDB local. Okay, let's debug this, but let us have user profile schema. Okay, new mongoose dot schema, where we'll just define our data type. Okay, so we'll start defining the data type over here. So if it is email, so what is the data type for this? Is it string? Is it mandatory? Okay, is required. If we can set it as true, and you can say trim as true, where any white spaces would be just deleted. Okay, and you can also set the, you can set this as unique. So unique as true, so that no one can update, try giving this multiple times. So name required true, trim true, let this not be unique. Okay, you can have very similar for your username, and lowercase true, I'll just give it up. The same for your display name. Follower count is of like this is a integer. You can give this as number. Follower count, following count. Bio is back string. Highlight also you can give it as string, and post you give it as array. All these are not mandatory. We'll remove all the unique and so this is how we'll define our user schema. Okay. So once the user schema has been kind of done, so what we can do is we can create a, you know, a model out of this. So that is what we call as const user profile, where we say mongoose dot model, and this would take care of this user schema. Okay, user profile and user profile schema, and every time we need to create a user, we just need to kind of pass this, use this object and get it done. So let us say here, instead of user dot find, here what are we trying to do? We are trying to create over here, right? So here in 2000, instead of adding it to our array, what we can do, I can say I'll add a exceptional handling, because as it is a DB, it can be of an issue. And I'll just need to say user profile equal to new user profile. You just need to call this constructor and we need to pass the data, right? So what you can do is you can directly pass either request dot body, okay, whatever the data we are getting, or else we can construct a fields where we can start passing in, for example, like email. Okay, email would be like email, like this. Very similarly we can start passing in. For now, as all the details are coming from our front end, I'll just say request dot body. Okay, I'll say request dot body, and once this is done, then what you need to do is you need to call await. Await is for a async await, where we are waiting until the database is done, saving this into our backend. Okay, we need to add async modifier for our callback function, and you can just say it is done. Uh, you can just say this has been successful, or else you can return an array. So here the thing is, we have an error saying that as MongoDB error, mongoose server selection error, cannot reach this particular URL that is what is being provided. So let me debug this 1 minute. Let me need to define one thing. So the password is creating a problem as it contains the special character. So for that reason, what I'll do, I'll just say const username equal to Akshay, const password is equal to admin at 123, and here I can say this. Okay. Uh, and let me try now. We can see now the MongoDB has been connected successfully. And let us come to the user profile. And if we click on send, we got a message saying new profile created. And we need to now also see that our data has to be updated in the MongoDB over here, but it's not been updated. So like new profile created. Let us check this. What's been the error? Connected successfully, yes. We added our code in these user profiles. User profile. So we let me check the admin configurations over here. Yeah. So let me run this again. User profile updated. User profile updated is coming. User profile dot save option. Need to just a minute. I'm just debugging this. The data which is being updated here is not being shown for us. New profile created, connected successfully, and new profile created is been coming to us. Give me a minute. I'm just. And what is the connection string of this post? Okay, this is our connection string. So let me check what is there in my connection string. Okay. Mhm. Could not connect to any servers. One common reason that you are trying to access the database from an IP that is either current in your. Okay, wait. We have some security. This is connected successfully. New profile error. Yeah. Okay, connected to successfully. We are getting new profile error. Let us view this. 400. I'll just say console dot log. What is the error? Duplicate key error collection. Akshay at Gmail. Yes. You can see over here. Why is it not being refreshed over here? Weird. Where is let me do this where I'll try to get the data. Okay. So and see if it is being saved successfully. Then we need to get the user profiles. So instead of all this, so what we'll do, we'll wait, we'll say const users equal to wait user profile dot find, and will not give any pipeline, query pipeline, so that we'll get all the result. And response dot json, I'll just send users. Okay. And catch, I'll just say error, and we need to make this as. So then what we'll do, we need to just say result dot response dot status, will pass it as some not invalid, will send error saying is the message. Let us try this. If I try to get a user profile, yeah, so you can see over here, the unique ID is being generated by the MongoDB. Akshay, all my details has been here. If I try to create an account, right, that's the reason we are getting an error saying duplicate key. If I say Akshay1, then it will create a profile, and if you fetch, you can see two profile is being fetched over here. So mainly I have defined what should be this type, and the schema. So email is mandatory, and it is, I have set it as unique. So that's the reason it is kind of showing me an error saying as this email cannot be same for multiple accounts. Okay. So but for some weird reason I'm not seeing here. I think this is because let me close this connection and connect to the actual one. Let me try to connect to the URL string which we have defined over here. Okay. No, where is this data being, how to view this? I'll just figure this out, but until then, can you please try this API? So can you please try this part where creating this and sending the query? I'll just update in the WhatsApp group. Can you please try this part? Yeah. So I have sent you. Please try that. So I'll just figure this error out. Why is it not displaying? And then we can wrap up our today's session. Rest will continue on Monday. databases I have collection one. This is weird because like we are getting our data, but I think I have this URL issue. MongoDB net. Hmm, weird. So the database name is test, it seems for us. Give me a minute. I'll just debug this and I'll let you know. Okay.
So, so
Yes.
after the URL, can you specify slash Instagram and check?
Slash Instagram. Let me check this. Okay. Okay. No. The reason is this is being connected to the dedicated port, but that's not being updated. I'll just cross check this 1 minute. This is working fine. Database name collections is Instagram. Uh, yeah, we have specified our live URL only, right? So this is our connection string. Uh, yes, I found the issue. So the issue was in this MongoDB compose, right? So in the MongoDB compose, I was forgetting this. I had not specified this. That's the reason, there was that issue. And now you can see under users, I have my data over here. So this is one simple way of kind of creating the data. And on Monday, we'll continue with update and delete operation of with MongoDB. Okay, and we'll wrap up our this project along with hashing session. So yeah, so you can try this and let me know. Sorry, confusions happens. So that was a silly error. Like I didn't specify the database on the MongoDB compass. Thank you all.